Okay, I think I'm live. Hello, everyone. Let me see. I gotta turn on my own page and youtube.com Victor to see if I'm actually on because I haven't done this in a while. Videos. Oh yeah, here we go. Looks like I'm there. And you got nobody watching right now, I think. I got nobody watching right now. There we go. Okay, cool. Well, you know, that's okay. Oh, common commenter. Common commenter. Common comment. That's a tongue twister there. Thank you for joining me. I was working today. I had kind of a long day, and I was working and thinking about the frivolity of life and how everything's just kind of silly and stupid. And people get so like upset over stupidity. I just don't. I mean, I guess I'm getting upset over their stupidity. So in a way, that's kind of stupid. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, people just overreacting to just ridiculousness. And maybe you guys can teach me or tell me why some things are important and other things are not. But one of those things was well, let's start with hold on just a second. Oscars snubbed. Who was snubbed at the Oscars, right? Chadwick Boseman, right? So you guys probably heard about Chadwick Boseman getting snubbed at the Oscars, correct? And a lot of people are upset over that. But I'm thinking, like, you know who votes for those things? Anyone who's a member of that academy. If you're a member of that academy, you have a vote. And people are on Twitter getting all pissed off as if it's like one small group of people, but it's basically hundreds of actors who, I mean, Chadwick Boseman's peers voted. Hey, Aaron, hi, good to see you. Hey, HDD Dashwood. Chadwick Boseman's peers voted and thought that Anthony Hopkins was better, you know. And the big thing was, okay, well, this is his last chance because he's 43. Hey, good, thank you. Thanks, ex nihilo. More of those coming. I've been busy this week, though. Strong zero, by the way. You know, people are writing all over Twitter and how basically he got snubbed, but he didn't get snubbed. They just thought, people just voted. They thought Anthony Hopkins did a great job. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't that anyone had anything against him. The whole thing is ridiculous in the first place. As you might remember, Woody Allen has often said, maybe not a great example, but I'd like to believe Woody Allen is innocent, by the way, but. Yeah, Twitter is 24/7 upset about something. It's true. It's just ridiculous. So people are upset that Chadwick Boseman didn't get it, and now that he's dead, that was his last chance. And that's not a reason to give someone a prize. Number one. Number two, it shouldn't be a contest because it's an artistic endeavor. I mean, there's so many people who did great. Hey, Ninja Monkey. Hey, Ninja Monkey's videos, very informative about Japan. Check them out. Much more informative than about Japan than my videos of late because I'm just too busy. and people just upset about this ridiculous stuff. So everyone's going to chill out about Chadwick Boseman not getting the Oscars. On the other side, there are people who have never heard of Anthony Hopkins who love Chadwick Boseman, and vice versa. A lot of people who don't know who Chadwick Boseman is just love Anthony Hopkins. And you know, I think I'm right in the middle. As you can see from my crap back there, I'm a big Marvels fan. What's a jacket over there? My blue jacket. But I'm also I have a, not here, but I do have a Silence of the Lambs mask as well. I'm a big Silence of the Lambs fan. So, and I think a lot of people will agree that basically nobody could have pulled off what Anthony Hopkins did in Silence of the Lambs, and he got an Oscar for it. Now, I didn't see The Father, but everyone's got to admit he's an amazing actor, that guy. And he's 83 years old. So let's say he doesn't win the Oscar, and Chadwick Boseman got it because the pity vote that he's dead. That's not a good reason to vote for somebody. Chadwick Boseman was Black Panther, man. Hopkins is in Marvel too. That's right. That's right. That's right. He is. Anyway, when Chadwick Boseman died, I was like, what? No, that can't. I read the headline. I thought, wait a minute. They're saying that that's the guy in Black Panther, but I'm pretty sure that guy is in great shape. I must be confusing him with another actor in Black Panther. Wait a minute, because I saw the headline Black Panther actor dies, and I thought, who could that be? You know, it can't be that. It can't be him. It can't be Chadwick Boseman because he's in great shape. You know, this guy's fit. This guy's cut. Hey, King Akanto. King Akanto, Trump is an asshole and an idiot. And if you believe in Trump still, you're an idiot. I have to tell you. Nothing personal. Just my opinion. Don't be a snowflake. Don't be a snowflake. No. I'm just saying, this is my point. Don't be a snowflake about stuff. So Chadwick Boseman didn't get the Oscar. Oh my God, calm down. Exactly, Wakanda forever, man. Everyone's going to be doing this forever. No one's going to be, I mean, Anthony Hopkins was amazing in Silence of the Lambs and 100 other movies. 100 other movies, seriously. Every movie he's in, he's amazing. Even if the movie was so-so, he's great. But so he didn't win. So what? It's not even it's an artistic thing. Are you going to say we never have contests about who is better, Mozart or Beethoven? You never have those kind of contests, right? No one ever compares those people. They're at the top of their game. Or artists, you know, you don't say some particular artist was better than I can't think of anybody right now, but you know, artistic people. You can't compare people. Yeah. But Victor, Wakanda had a wall. Did you see the end? Oh, that's true. They did have a wall. They were hiding, but they were also hiding, and they're also keeping all their stuff away from them. But at the end of Wakanda, they opened it up. They opened it up because they knew that was the way to go. They agreed to share. Come on, humans are always competitive. Yes, but I'm just saying you shouldn't get upset that he didn't win. That's all. And people are taking it personally. You know, Boseman wouldn't have cared. And I'm sure Anthony Hopkins did a great job. Whatever. I mean, I haven't seen it, but you know, I would bet. I wish you could bet like you can on Bitcoin or something. I would just bet that whatever happens, Anthony Hopkins movie is going to be great. I just know it. So, and he's got a longer track record than Boseman, you know. But they make it out to be some. I think half of it is like racial. Oh, it's racism. No, it's not. He got snubbed. Give me a break. Come on. Anyway, that's one thing that kind of ticks me off. Here's something a little more controversial. I don't even remember her name. I think her name was Mikhail or something, but there was a black 16-year-old girl. Hold on. 16, what was her name? 16-year-old girl shot by police. Knife. She was wielding a knife. Does anyone remember her name? I think her name was Mikhail or something. Let's see. Here it goes. And her name was, what's her name? I can't see her name. Yeah. R. Gary's here. No. Where's R. Gary? Is he here? We're talking about R. Gary Jones' Most Wanted. Hey, is he here? Oh, R. Gary. Hey. Let's see. What's her name? It doesn't even show it when you look at Micaiah Bryant. Micaiah Bryant. Okay. So her name is Micaiah Bryant. This is the headline. Let me put it here. This is the headline. Okay. I'm not even using Stream. I pay $10 a month for this other thing called StreamYard, but I'm not even using it. I just wanted to get on and talk to you guys. You guys are like my therapy. So this was where? This is Columbus, Ohio. Yes. Yeah. You see the body cam, you know, the cop arrives, he was called, he doesn't know who called him. He sees a girl come out with a knife. She tries to stab someone. One girl falls. She raises her knife up again. He shoots her. I mean, what can you say? I don't understand why people are like going crazy, and they're comparing this to Floyd, you know, George Floyd. George Floyd, there were 9 minutes of time. That cop had 9 minutes to change his mind. Well, maybe 8 minutes, because maybe he was dead after 8. But so you can't compare them. And people are going crazy and saying they've got to discontinue. There's some university, all the students are arguing that, or protesting that the campus, the university must cut ties. Thanks for the thumbs up, by the way. They have to cut ties with these cops. I mean, being a cop is tough, and I think I would like to think at least half the cops wanted to become cops to help people. You know, some of them, I'm sure, have these power trips. And they just want to have a gun and can tell people what to do. But Richard Copeland, why'd you erase your message, man? So again, I'm just saying that kind of people getting upset over the wrong reasons. I think that's not something that's even comparable to the George Floyd thing. I think Tucker Carlson is an idiot, but the smartest idiot, you know, he knows exactly what buttons to press. So implying that the jury, you know, could have decided otherwise. Everyone saw the video. I will tell you, there was some guy was put in the back of a car, and the woman pulled out her gun, thinking it was a taser. And everyone's like, "How could that possibly happen?" You know, I know you're not going to like this opinion, but you know, in the heat of the moment, yeah, I can understand how that might have happened. But we got to look at her history. You know, does she have a history of stepping on people's rights and being a douchebag, or does she have a good history? I mean, that should weigh on a cop, someone who's been in that kind of situation. So, Nishi Kawaguchi, 15-year-old, was pushed in front of a train. No, I didn't hear about that. You know, when you got, you know, I have I got to blame my kids for my lack of information in the world. But yesterday I saw my brother. I took my kids to see my brother. He lives in Japan too. We don't see him too much because he's got 2 kids and they're busy and they live across town. So we went to go see him. We had a really nice day. They've got, my kids are really young because I started really late having kids. I think the J-Vlog, do you have kids, man? I don't remember. I think you do. But anyway, anyone I meet, your kids are older than mine. Kevin Busan's kids are much older than mine. Hiko Simon's kids are older than mine. Drew, what's his name? Tokyo Drew's kids are older than mine. The J-Vlog's cat is older than mine. But anyway, I was just on. She's a 26-year Brenner. She should know better. Okay, well, yeah, but maybe she's never been in any situation where she had to pull a gun. You know, most cops never fire their guns. Never have to pull a gun. Maybe she's one of those, and that's, you know. So I'm just saying that it's not a cut and dried case. Not a cut and dried. I don't know. The Five Bloods kind of bored me. The Spike Lee movie. I tried watching it. I couldn't get to the end. I was kind of bored. I love Spike Lee. You know, I was around when he put out his first. I saw his first movies when I was at NYU. That makes sense. Or near. I'm pretty sure I was at NYU when I saw his first black and white movie. She's Gotta Have It. Great movie. Anyway, Woody Allen said the lion and the sheep will lie down together, but the sheep will not get much sleep. That's funny. That's because you're a racist. I'm going to show that. Okay. No, I love Spike Lee. I'm a how do I say it? I'm an aware racist, as in I was brought up in a very racist society, not realizing that I was um, educated to be racist. So when I was in high school, there were only like 2 or 3 black kids in my whole school, and they were brought in on scholarships to play sports. All of them were athletes, you know. And I'm friends. Actually, I'm friends with them. With one of them now. They're all intelligent, but I'm friends with one of them now. That's a racist thing to say, even that they're all intelligent. But they're not just athletes. I'm just saying. But I don't think they. At least I know at least one of them couldn't afford the school, and he was on scholarship. And I'm friends with him. And he was kind of a dick to me in high school, but that's because he was a football player. All football players are kind of dicks in high school. But growing up in Florida as a high school student in Florida, I heard things like "drive white," you know, and he Jewed me out of $10. You know, these kind of expressions were thrown around lightly, like no one ever thought about it. And I didn't even think that the expression "to Jew somebody" was a racist thing, or to drive white is a racist thing. We didn't know, I think, enough black people for the N-word to ever be popular. But it might have been thrown around, you know. But anyway, that's the kind of culture I grew up in, and only when here's the funny thing that you'll think was funny. There were only like 3 Hispanic kids in my whole school, and we were all like sons of educated Hispanics. So, you know, doctors or lawyers, or in my case, people who clothe dead people. You know. Anyway. So what was the point of that? Oh yeah, so I didn't even realize that I was Hispanic. I mean, because none of us, the other Hispanic kids, we didn't like hang out or anything. We didn't have a club, right? Our parents would hang out on the weekend and they all spoke Spanish, but we all spoke English to each other. They did. I guess we did hang out on the weekends and shit, but it wasn't like we weren't very aware of our Hispanic. Montegraph. Oh my God, Montegraph. That guy is classic YouTube. Wow, dude. Yeah, good to see you, man. Anyway, I didn't realize I was Hispanic until I went to New York City and someone spoke Spanish to me. And I was like, in Spanish, I said, "How do you know? How did you know I speak Spanish?" And he's like, "Don't break my balls, man," in Spanish, you know. You're obviously, you know, a spick. But he didn't say spick, of course, because but he didn't, yeah, he did too. Anyway, so my point is, I grew up in a very, very racist environment, not realizing I was racist. Because it was on a very subtle level. Like, you know, you don't want to marry a black person because then your kids will be half black, and that's not good. You know? But at the same time, you don't want to marry an Asian person for the same reason. So it was just like, basically, you want your kids to look like you. That was the kind of, it wasn't like this race sucks. It was just like, you want to keep your race the same kind of mentality in my neighborhood. And we had those expressions, like I said, like don't Jew somebody out of some money, and don't drive black, drive white, you know, drive correctly. White was correctly, so that kind of shit. But you know, there was a lot of white trash I grew up in. What's this? Most of the anti-Asian attacks in the U.S. have been committed by black men, but the media never talks about. Sure. Yeah, I guess that's true. But the fact that you know that means the media does let it be known. I mean, it's out there. But I guess you can't really attack black men for that reason. So of course I do not have that sense, but at the same time, Oh yeah, yeah. The word fag and gay were common insults when I was growing up. So I mean, I wasn't just brought up in a racist environment. I was brought up in a very anti homophobic environment as well. Right. But I got over that when I went to New York City and I met gay people for the first time. Well, the first time I knew, right? I had a good friend in my first year of college named Peter. And he was a really cool guy, and we were good friends, and we'd all hang out together, you know, drinking beers and talking. And we would, you know, and we would let ourselves be the way we were, and you know, the word fag would come out, and the word, you know, that's gay would come out. And then after a year, the LGBT like club, which was the second biggest club at NYU. I went to NYU. NYU is the largest private university, or was, I don't know now, but was the largest private university in America at the time. And Peter likes Peter. So that's cheap. It's cheap shot, King Kanto. I expect better from you. The largest club was the Asian club, actually. The Asian club were mostly Chinese, but maybe they accepted Japanese too. I don't know. But it was the Asian club and then the LGBT club. No, it was a gay and lesbian club. I think that's what they call it. They didn't call it the LGBT club. They called it the Gay and Lesbian Union. Anyway, they came to our dorm to talk to us, and Peter was with them on the other side of the room, and then me and my friends were all looking at each other like, "Oh my God! All this time, Peter's been gay, and we didn't even know." Oh, we felt like such jerks. At least I did. Actually, my roommate was like, "Oh, dude, he's a fag." But you know. Anyway, then I realized, you know, that I've been a jerk all this time, and I didn't realize it because Peter was a good guy. I mean, he is a good guy. I don't know now, but I mean, I'm sure he's still good. So I learned to start, you know, looking at my own the way I dealt with other with other races and other I don't know, what do you call them? Not genders. Well, with homosexuals and lesbians. So, there was one guy in my dorm, and when I met him, I would go up like I would call him my homie, which it's really cringy now for me to tell you this, but the fact that I think this is cringy just goes to show you that I've grown. I would never do this now, but at the time, I was like, "Yo, he's my homie," because I don't know where I got that from. I just thought that was the thing, the way you treated black people, you know, or aisatsu, the way you greeted black people was like, "Yo, my homie." Oh my God. And then I realized, like, as I was, I mean, it happened pretty quickly. I just realized that he was the only person I would greet that way. So I realized I was being racist in a way. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I had a black roommate. Actually, I rented after the first year in high school. So after the first year in university, the second year I went to a different. The third year I rented an actual apartment. Actually, it was the fourth year because I took the third year off travel. So my fourth year, I came back to school, and I rented a house or apartment, whatever. And I've never said "Hey, yes, say." I've never said "Hey, yes, say." People said "Hey, yes, say" to me though. But we had a black roommate, and he was great. There was no problems, except we would, you know, in those days it was a big deal to watch a movie. So you'd go to the video store and get a movie, and everyone, we're going to watch a movie and make popcorn and shit. And that was our loser Friday night. And we were watching Mississippi Burning or something like that. Well, you know, I think that's what it was called. It's you know, that movie about racism with that great actor who's a now conservative right wing nut. What's his face? Who was in Mississippi Burning? I can't remember. And someone tell me so I don't have to look it up. Mississippi, Missippi, Burning IMDb, International Movie Database, and the biggest actor there. Oh, come on. What's wrong with my internet? Come on. Not Gene Hackman, not that one. The other guy. The other guy. Oh, wait a minute. Who's the bad guy in that movie? No, wasn't that one. I thought maybe it was that one. Who's the racist in this movie? Not William Dafoe. I'm sorry. It's the guy who has the actor. It was a movie where the actor has he's an MIT graduate, and now he's a right-wing nut. And his name is, it doesn't even show up. James Wood. What was James Wood in? I can't remember. But he was James Wood, whatever. It was some racist movie where he plays the racist. It's some movie where James Wood is the racist. I can't remember what movie it was. What was it called? I think James Wood is a great actor. I just don't agree with his politics. But he's an amazing actor. What the hell was his name? I can't remember. I'm looking through here. He plays some movie. There's some movie where he's a super racist. I can't find it. Not Nixon. Ghost of Mississippi. That's what it was. Ghost of Mississippi. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So in the movie, Ghost of Mississippi, yes. In the movie, somebody says the N-word. And my roommate walks out and goes to his room. And we're like, dude, what's wrong? He's like, I can't watch any movie where they say the N-word. I'm like, but dude, you agreed to this movie. And you know what it was about, right? Oh, King of Content, I'm going to talk to you about in a minute. I've got a story for you guys. I wasn't going to tell you this because let me address the JVlogs comment. JVlog says, I disagree. Look at the Rodney King riots, white on black police incident, but the actual riots targeted Asians, Korea, and they're same as recruitment. I don't know what you don't disagree with. Yeah, I've known that. Well, Asians, more specifically Koreans, have had a problem. I think probably because they live in the same neighborhoods. You'll have a Korean grocer in a black neighborhood. That's pretty classic, or it used to be at least. So you have that kind of friction, right? Friction, and as you know, that just leads to orgasm. Anyway, oh, well, thank you very much, Odie. You feel free to, that pretty much pays for this month's StreamYard bills that I have to pay, but no, I appreciate the donation. What was, I don't know what you're disagreeing with. I think pretty much everyone knows that Asians and blacks as groups generally don't get along, but neither do blacks and Jews in general. And there are cases of blacks and Hispanics not getting along. So basically blacks don't get along with anybody, right? Because everyone's racist against blacks. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to things that have been bothering me. Bangladesh and K-Town in LA. Yeah, I don't know about all that stuff in LA. I don't know LA. But when you put different groups together like that, there's going to be some friction, of course. Cryptocurrency. I've got a story for you guys. It's kind of weird. So, about a week ago, last Wednesday, on a lark, I thought I'm going to buy this Dogecoin. Okay, so I bought $100 of Dogecoin. I couldn't buy it directly because I was trying to use an app that wouldn't accept my Japanese Visa card for some reason, which was just driving me crazy. So my brother, who also lives in Japan, bought it for me. I opened up a wallet and he sent it to my wallet, and then he came over and he was borrowing some things anyway, and then I paid him. And it went up to $200. Okay, so I bought $100. It went up to 200. I'm like, yay! And then it went down to 90. And I'm like, oh no! And then it went up to 120, which is what it is now. I'm like, yay. And then I was, I just remembered, I thought, just a minute. I think some people donated some Bitcoin to me a long time ago. Yeah, he lives in Japan too. So you know what though? I think Doge is going to go up before May 8th because Elon Musk is hosting SNL on May 8th, and I bet they make fun of him, and they mention Dogecoin on the show, and it's gonna make the coin go up. So I'm gonna get some more Dogecoin if I can before May 8th. I like to buy it now, but I'm having credit card problems right now. So, but I'll tell you what happened. Let me see. Haha, when I'm online, like the GPA, do some money, got a butt of money, but not much. Okay. Do I have any videos of my brother? No, he doesn't do, but he does artistic videos by himself. Yeah, I know, but I know it's a okay. Dogecoin was invented in December 6th or 9th in 2016 as a joke coin. They make 18,000 or 18 million new coins a year. I forget which one. Probably 18 million. Let's look it up. How many Dogecoin released every year? It must be 18 million. Let me see. 5 billion are put into every year. Oh my God. 5 billion? What? 100 billion Dogecoin have been mined? 5 billion? Okay. There's a supply of 100 billion Dogecoin. Okay. Oh, in February 2014, Dogecoin founder Jackson Palmer announced that the limit would be removed. Really? Well, I don't know. Yeah, there's no limit on it. Okay. So that's not good. So Dogecoin is not a good, yeah, it's a joke. No, I understand that, but oh, duh, Ninja Monkey. Yeah, you got lucky. So I bought it at 20 or something. Maybe 22. Anyway, I'm up a little bit. But here's the funny part, okay? Here's where it's gonna blow your guys' mind, okay? And this is what I shouldn't tell you, but I'm being honest. I'm being the most honest J vlogger around. No matter what anyone else tells you, I'm the most honest one. Everyone else is a liar. I'm making fun. I kid. So 5 years ago, whoa. OD Junior, thank you. 5 years ago, someone donated some Bitcoin to me because there used to be a kind of donation system on YouTube you could sign up for and people could donate Bitcoin to you. So people donated a little bit of Bitcoin to me. I don't know how many people. I think 3 people, maybe 2, maybe even 1. I really don't know. I try to figure it out. I couldn't figure out how it works. But I found some I got the Dogecoin, and then I started thinking, maybe I have some Bitcoin, and I went through all my old emails, and I found the account, and I logged into it. By a miracle, I remember the password. I thought maybe it was this one because it was 5 years ago. I found the password, and an initial donation of about $200. Does anyone know what it's worth now? Or initial donation of $200. I'll let you guess. $200. I was about $200. I got donated a Bitcoin in 2016. What's it worth now? Hmm? Common commenter? Nope. More than $5,000. In 2016, I had about $200 worth of Bitcoin. It is now worth, nobody's gonna get even close to it, in dollars, more than $10,000. $16,000 is pretty close. $16 is close, yeah. Yeah, $16,500. That's how much I have now. For money that I never worked for, never did anything. I didn't even know it existed until I just by chance thought, I think I might have some of that, by the way. I just never thought about it. I didn't even log into the account for 5 years. But I tried to find the people who donated and to thank them. And I found one. But if I look at my interaction with him on email, it seems like he sent me the Bitcoin, and me not knowing how to use the software properly, I sent it back to him. So I think I returned it to him. So it might not have been him. Mm-hmm. You're steaming Steven. That's a weird name, Steven. I would recommend you changing your name. It sounds like a steaming pile of, you know. Anyway, so thanks to luck, not intelligence for sure. Thanks to luck, I was able to make a lot of money on not make a lot of money. I just happen to have 0.29 Bitcoin. But because there's a limit on Bitcoin, I think it's a good investment. Even though there is no real point to having Bitcoin, except there's only a certain amount, so people want it, and people do buy things with it. And it's, you know. Anyway, all you guys like HD Dashwood and JVlog are talking about like the farming, how to mine Bitcoin or all that, or other altcoins. I don't know about that. I'm not on that end at all. I just started looking into it a little bit, but it doesn't look like such a bad investment, and it's gone up a lot more than my stocks have. So I've had a lot more luck with Bitcoin without even trying. Good night, King of Kanto. Anyway, I just wanted to get on and talk to you guys about things that bother me a little bit, and some of it is, you know, like I said in the beginning of this video, people getting upset over ridiculous things. Yeah. I try, you know, I got to tell you that with Trump out of office, I'll be honest. I mean, I think it's possible that maybe Biden is a little bit not all completely there. Maybe even less than Trump, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. And it's really nice not to know what the hell your president. It's nice not to hear like 100 tweets from your president every day. Yeah, hodling. I'm hodling, man. Flynn, hodl. Ex nihil, everything thinks it's going to go up. I'm glad I don't know what Biden watches on TV or how he's spending his day or what he thinks about ridiculous crap that has nothing to do with the presidency. You know? AOC, no. I'm not a big AOC fan, but I think she makes people think, you know. That's all good. And she's respectful. And she's smart. She's smart as a whip, so. All politicians are clowns. Yeah. Well, but we elect them, so what does that make us? You know. AOC is a crackpot. Well, she's got more degrees than you do. You know. So I don't know. I don't really know that much about AOC, except that she does know how to handle herself on Twitter. And as a fellow bartender, I respect. I do respect that she dealt with a lot of shit, you know. And I think that Biden did the right thing and recognized the genocide of Armenians by the Turks. I've always wondered why we didn't. I thought America, we were a bunch of pussies for not doing that. So I've always thought that. So the good thing about Biden is that he's old, so he can care less. I mean, I'm not saying he could care less. I'm saying he has the latitude to be able to care less because he can do the right thing and not worry about it. Even if he's a one-term president, which he's hinted in the past that he might be, as in just won't run again. He can do the right thing. I think the bad thing about someone with like Obama, actually, who of course I was a big fan of, is that Obama was young, so he had his future to look forward to. So he had to be more political than Biden does. Biden is so old, it really doesn't matter, right? He is weak. China and Russia are up our ass now. Really? How are they? You're saying that, but how is that happening now? You know what? We increased our military budget this year by 4.5%, and China increased by 1.9%. So really, are they up our ass? They're decreasing. They're not increasing as much as we are. How's that up our ass? The right likes to push that. Oh no, I loved Obama, but I think he also did some things that were political that I think he didn't believe in. Yeah, I don't Eric Bailey. You know those Oji-sans? Well, no, that's not Biden. Biden sits in the car and waits. Whatever Biden's doing is, I believe that Biden at least picked smart people to do shit right. David B., Trump 2024, that's never going to happen. I hope he does run, because it'll be humiliating when he loses. And he'll die humiliated, man. David B., let me tell you something. And anyone who supports Trump, I don't mind you supporting Trump's policies. I can understand that. I can understand that you support or you agree with a lot of what he has to say. But you cannot support Trump as a human being. Trump as a human being is a scumbag. He's without any moral compass whatsoever. He's been accused of sexually molesting 24 women, even of raping a 14-year-old girl. Come on. And many and other women as well. They can't all be made up. Number one, okay? He leaves every woman he's ever married for a younger woman. Is that morality? What kind of leader is it? What do you see in it? You can agree with some of the things he says and thinks, but you can't agree with him as a human being. He's a scumbag. And I don't think he has any ability to appreciate what it's like to be a regular human being. The guy's been rich his whole life. He's got everything handed to him on a silver platter. So, fuck that guy. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. Anyway, first of all, yes, they are pushing the Senkaku Islands. We're going to see the Senkaku Islands, yeah. But J-Vlog, remember that every time there's a new president, China pushes to test the borders. Let's see what this president's going to do. So as soon as America elects a new president, go back in history and you'll see that China's always doing something just to see. Let me see. Trump's a complete dick, but at least he was being hard on China. That much I appreciate. Really, was he hard on China? He called the president of China my friend. He has all his stuff made in China. His ties and his daughter's stuff was all made in China. How was he hard on China, really? What did he roll back? What? Yeah. You know what? Also, all those taxes, or what, he stopped trade with China. A lot of American farmers suffered because of that. They've lost all their connections to China and all their markets. What was the thing? I forgot some kind of bean. I forgot what bean it was, but there's a particular bean that China bought a lot of, and apparently after that, China they were not going to sell to China anymore. So China said, "Okay, well, fine, we'll buy it from Vietnam," and now Vietnam sells to them. So they don't need America anymore. They're kind of buying from America as a favor in the first place. So I will agree with you that China does have to get out of our intellectual property. Soybeans, yeah, probably soybeans. He already said he wasn't going to push back on China. I don't think he said that. When did he say that? I don't think he said that. People like to push that Biden is soft on China line, but I've looked for that evidence. I can't find anything, except from right-wing sites to say that, but there's no evidence there either. China, okay, let's see. I'm looking it up right now. Biden says he is not going to push back on China. I bet you that nothing comes up at all. Here's what I got. China, Biden says U.S. and Europe must push back against China. But later, this is 3 years ago, Biden says China is not competition for us. That's 3 years ago. 3 years ago. However, 2 months ago, he says we must push back. March 26, Biden says U.S. must own the future in rivalry with China. So I don't know where you're getting that at all. I don't think China is going to take Senkaku. Biden has already said they would defend it. So China should be. You know the thing about Hong Kong that I don't get, and I'm not a China supporter at all, is that once England gave up Hong Kong, how can you say I'm going to give you back Hong Kong, but you got to treat them the way I want you to treat them? It doesn't make sense. You either give it up, or you don't give it up. I'll tell you something very interesting about Uyghur, by them. Really? Biden called Uyghur genocide a different culture? Did he say that? I met a Uyghur person here in Japan. 2 Uyghur people, and they have kids. And their Uyghur kid goes to school with my defends Uyghur. Really? Okay, there is something there. But I don't see it. Oh, it's on a Reddit site, or not even a Reddit site. There's no reputable site that says that. There's no reputable site that says that. Oh, hold on. Yeah, there used to be something on U.S. Post. No. Okay, there's some New York Post. Dismissed the genocide against the Uyghur population and jumping the mess. Huh. Well, from what I hear, China's really fucking over the Uyghurs, man, which is bad. Oh, you know what I did see that was interesting? Turkey, after Biden said that they recognize the Armenian genocide, Turkey said they are going to recognize the U.S. genocide of American Indians. And you know what? The U.S. should do it first. We should just say, yeah, you're right. David B., yes, I agree, but I don't think Biden is such a better individual. Pictures of small girls, you know, I love kids, and I smile at little girls too. Am I a pedophile? You could be the judge. That's quite different than being accused of molesting 24 women. Though Biden has been accused of molesting a woman, maybe even 2, but not 24. There's a big difference there. You know, yeah, I got to say I was never a Biden fan. Never a Biden fan, but basically an old shoe would have been better than Trump. So. Yeah, China's awful. They're basically being Germany with the German people. Yeah, quite possibly. Yeah, it's a good point. Presidents actually don't have nearly as much power as people say. And here's another weird thing. So Suga is the prime minister of Japan. he's getting a lot of shit for the way he's dealing with. I like Bernie, yes. The way he's dealing with the coronavirus, and there's no plan and everything. People are giving him a lot of shit, but it's really hard to deal with that here because in Japan, decisions are made months ahead of time. He just became prime minister recently, and all these decisions about the coronavirus vaccine were made months ago, and he can't make those decisions by himself anyway. So for people jumping down his throat, I think it's a little bit too much. The truth is, Japan is not doing that bad. People wear masks, people social distance, people are careful in general, and we have, comparatively quite few deaths. And for us, I think in Japan, we get 2,000 or 3,000 a day, and that's like peaking. Oh my God, people just go, they panic, and they should. Almost all of American deaths were from disease. That's not a genocide, but it is a genocide, Eric Bailey. It's not a purposeful. It's not a genocide on purpose, but it's still a genocide. Yeah, no, I think that's bad. We kill a lot of American Indians without realizing, but with with smallpox and things like that. Anyway, well, listen, I just wanted to get on and say hi to you guys, just because you're my therapy, and rant a little bit. I'm going to bed. I got a class tomorrow morning. Got to get up early. But do you appreciate you guys watching the past videos? I don't post, I basically post videos that are more important to me than than the look at these videos about Japan type videos. But so I do appreciate those of you who do watch those videos. And things are becoming a little bit more relaxed in my home. My son is now a first grader in elementary school, so he's a little bit more independent. So we're Did you forget your Spanish? No, no he olvidado mi español todavía, pero me cuesta un poco de esfuerzo para hablar, porque cuando quiero hablar español, me da ganas hablar japonés. How's that? No, I still speak Spanish. I still understand everything, but when I want to speak Spanish, my tongue wants to speak Japanese. So anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming out. Give this video a thumbs up. Just I don't know. Should I keep this up? I don't even know. We'll see. Anyway, hope you're all well. Stay safe. Get the vaccine. Be nice to one another. Treat someone to lunch this week. Good night, guys. Thanks for the donations too. Appreciate that, man. End stream.